Hello! Today is the day Christmas is happening in my house, kind of. Got my Christmas tree skirt. I wonder if I can, no, it's not big enough to hula with, but there we go. It's not a hula hoop, let's face it anyway. Yes, the Christmas tree. It's only actually the 29th of November today, but for the first time in I don't know how long, I've actually got an artificial tree from Balsam Hill, which is supposed to be the piece de la resistance when it comes to Christmas trees. And as my Christmas tree therefore will not be dead and drooping by Christmas Day, because it's an artificial one, of course, I figured why not put it up now. Also, I have no idea how long it's going to take me to put the tree up, manipulate all the branches and everything to make it look superb, and then get all the baubles and everything else on it, because it's a 7.5-foot tree, so it's rather large. Now, Balsam Hill, like I say, are supposed to be out there as one of the best, if not the best, in terms of artificial Christmas trees. They're not the cheapest, but you get what you pay for, and they look fantastic from the brochure. I've yet to see one up close and in person. Today is that day. I have two very large boxes here which need to be undone and put up. They're very heavy, the boxes, very heavy indeed. I've gone for the 7.5-foot Fraser fir because it looks really, really nice. And what I'm going to attempt to do today is get the Christmas tree up. Oh, how exciting! Get the Christmas tree out of the box. Challenge number 1, put the Christmas tree together, challenge number 2, and then start to, like I say, manipulate all the leaves and branches and everything like that. Not leaves, is it? But branches, to get it looking nice and full, ready to put all the decorations on. I'm not going to do the getting it out of the box bit on camera, because no doubt I'm going to make an absolute farce of that, because it's going to be very heavy. So what I'm going to do is I will be back momentarily when the pieces are out of the box, and we will see how easy it is to put together. So, pieces out of the box. We have 3 different sections, and they're labelled. So section 1, section 2 and section 3. I've got some nice bags, which I'm presuming is for putting the tree away afterwards. I have a stand, which I'm hoping will fit nicely inside my tree skirt, because I don't like the bottom of the tree looking visible. So that should fit in there. I have, what do I have? I have my instructions. Oh, apparently I even get a nice little pair of gloves to put it together properly. Why I need gloves? Maybe it's to stop it hurting my hands, perhaps. I don't know. So are my gloves in here, I'm assuming? Yes. Oh, several pairs of gloves. That's for all the elves to come and help. Different sizes. Remote control. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, this is actually one of the pre-lit trees. And there is a warranty for 3 years, I think, including the lights, which is a good thing, because let's face it, Christmas tree lights have a way of going out. And there's lots of different bits and bobs in here. Some spare replacement bulbs and fuses and things like that. So that's those bits and bobs. So I'm going to have a very quick read of my instructions now and attempt to start getting the tree together. And I'm assuming it's as simple as pieces number 1 goes into the stand, followed by 2 and 3. I'm assuming the 3 is the top piece, I would say. Let's have a look and unwrap it all and start the putting it together process. Okay, so fast forward 24 hours, even though I'm in the same outfit. So yesterday I discovered that my tree skirt wasn't big enough for the base of my Christmas tree. So I had to quickly go online, order a new tree skirt. It was much bigger, and it arrived this morning. So I've popped that together, and I've put the frame in the bottom, and I've inserted piece number 1. There's 3 pieces of this tree. Piece number 1. And the nice thing is about it, it literally all just folds up and falls down, which I discovered when I undid the ribbon. So nice and simple on little hinges. Pieces go up and down. Come around this side. There's lots of wires moving here, there and everywhere with all the lights on it. And the instructions they give basically is to fan out the branches to cover the trunk of the tree. I'm not going to stand and do all that right this second, but you can see it's quite easy, literally just fanning them out to make the tree look nice and bushy. But I'll continue to do that when the rest of the tree is together. You can get a better look then a better idea of what the tree is going to look like. And the bit that's going up against the wall, I won't obviously bother with all of that bit. But it went together nice and easy. There's little caps on the trunk. I'm going to put in number 2 now. So hopefully this will be as easy as the first. I'm assuming this is number 2. Get all the bubble wrap off. Have a little squelch at the same time. Let me just check. Section number 2. Okay, so let's take that bit off. There's the cap that comes off. Put that down there. Now then, I'm not sure whether I need to line it up in any particular way. Align arrow marking on upper section with metal bolt on the lower section to make the easy plug connection. Right, so, oh, I can see actually, yeah, you've got the connector in the end there, which therefore should mean that it just drops in. But that's spinning at the moment, so does that mean it's done? I don't know. Don't know really. Let's hope so. Okay, so this is the nice easy bit. Not so easy when I come to put it all back together, I'm sure. Put it away after Christmas, I mean. Oh, it didn't actually fall apart as much as the last one did. There we go. Look at that. How nice and easy is that to do? Let's move that ribbon out of the way. But as you can see, it's starting to take shape nicely now. And you can see where all the gaps are. So we'll be able to fan that out plenty to enable the trunk to be hidden. So that's fine. That's fine that it looks like that at the moment because there's lots of fanning out to do. And we will now have a look at putting the third section on the top. You do need muscles as well in order to put these on because they're quite heavy. Oh, ribbons come off of that one already. Right. Okay, I can see the step ladder is going to be required for the top bit. So this just needs fanning. There's no actual kind of hinges on this bit that kind of fall over. So they're just going to all need fanning out. So there we go. By no means complete as yet, because I've got lots of fanning to do. Plenty of fanning. And of course I should try and make sure it's all plugged in properly and the lights work. But we'll do all the fanning first to make it look all pretty. And then we'll try the lights and hope everything is looking fine and dandy. So join me in a bit when it all looks great. I am back with my Christmas tree up. As you can see, I've spent not too long actually fanning out the branches. I haven't done the very back, obviously, because it's up against the wall, so what's the point? But what I thought was going to take absolutely ages has not taken too long at all to fan out and hide the trunk of the tree. Haven't decorated the tree yet, as you can see. But, you know, there aren't many. I know quite a lot of people with artificial trees, and there's not many that I look at and go, that looks like a real tree. But that looks like a real tree, which is cool. which is really good. I think the needles and everything and on the branches are really well made, and they're really effective. And now that I've been able to fan everything out and move the branches around a bit, I think it looks really realistic. You obviously don't get the smell of the pine, but you know, I'll just do what somebody else I know used to do and get a bucket full of pine scented floor cleaner and stick it behind their tree. Won't be doing that. But I'm really pleased with it, and this is the fun bit. So it was actually really easy. Well, you saw me put the tree up, 3 pieces slotted together, nice and easy, fan it out, didn't take any time at all. When I had my real tree, I mean, it would take ages to get the tree in the right position. Obviously they're very heavy, so making sure that the stand was tight enough so that it wouldn't fall over, and then trying to position all the lights and getting enough lights on there to make it look really full and everything like that was always a pain, and that would generally take hours to do. You know, this has actually gone up, if I was to time it, by the time I put the 3 pieces together and fanned out the branches, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes maybe, really not that long at all. And it's a 7.5 foot tree. I think it looks fantastic, and I am now going to show you the fun bit. So it has a remote control, and I went for the tree that you can have either clear lights. How nice is that? And I think there's a really, really good, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a good number of lights on there, because that's the problem as well, that if you think you're going to get a tree with that's already pre-lit, that you're not going to get many lights on there. But that's a good number of lights on there, I think, and they are spaced out nice and evenly all up and down the tree. I think it looks great. Sometimes I put my tree in the window. I've got a big bay window. Sometimes I put the tree there. I chose not to this time just because of how many people I've got coming around Christmas Day. But actually, that in the window, people would be able to see all the way around it. And there's a really, really good sprinkling of lights all the way around it. They look like the old-fashioned lights you used to get, which I think look nice. However, they are LED lights. And you can either have clear, or you can go for colour. How nice is that? It's exactly the same lights, but you can change them from clear to colour. Or you can have a mix of both, clear and colour. But it's really, really good. It's lovely. And you can have them, I believe, can you dim them? Yeah, they're going down ever so slightly. It takes a little while. I don't want to dim them anyway. They're nice and bright. But depending on how I choose to decorate my tree later with bubbles and things like that, you know, if you wanted to have a colour theme whereby you stick with 1 or 2 colours and things like that, you probably wouldn't want all the different colour lights, and you could go for the nice, very classic warm light whites on there. Or if you go for lots of different colour bubbles, then yeah, you could have the coloured, or like I say, a mix of both, which is great. So Balsam Hill, I would definitely give you a 10 out of 10 for your Christmas trees, because I was dubious about getting an artificial tree, purely because, like I said, you don't see many good quality artificial trees out there. This is the Fraser Fir, 7.5 foot, and I'm really pleased with it. I think it's really, really good quality. It's a 3-year warranty on the tree, including the lights as well, because that's always a bit of a worry, that when you've got a pre-lit tree, that, you know, the lights are going to conk out at some point. There's lots of spare bulbs that have come with it as well. But there's a 3-year warranty on the tree, including the actual lights as well. So that kind of gives you a bit of peace of mind that should anything happen over the next couple of years, that it will either be repaired or replaced, which is fantastic. But overall, I think what I'm most impressed about is just how realistic it looks, because that was my fear. But I think it looks superb. And of course, the benefit of also having an artificial one, not only will it not drop needles everywhere, but you can pack it away at the end of the year. It's clearly something, it's an investment, so it'll last a number of time, but also you get a nice symmetrical tree, because that's the pain as well when you're going out hunting around for Christmas trees everywhere, is, you know, you have to get them out of the wrappers every time, because you need to find a tree that's nice and symmetrical, and this one is, without making it look like I know some people's Christmas trees, if they're artificial, look a bit like a toilet brush. I don't think this one does. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic purchase. Really, really pleased with it. It'll be interesting to see what other people think when they come around, because they know I normally have a real tree. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not people realise that it is actually artificial, but I think they'll be fooled because I think it's so realistic. I think it's fantastic. So can't wait to get all of my decorations on there now, and maybe I'll do a little display once the star is on the top and there's lots of ornaments hanging on there. But yeah, no, really pleased.